Hello, my name's Dan, and in this short video we're going to look at the antiference Asm02 in Dvb T/T2 mode. So to access this menu, very simply, you just press on the tile for Dvb T/T2 and we enter the menu system. So down the left hand side we've got all the frequencies in the terrestrial band. So it's important to know which frequencies you're going to be looking for. So it's worth checking out which transmitter you're going to be receiving signal from. You can find that online, usually by just Googling your transmitter details, and then you can find the channel bundles that are going to be transmitted from that transmitter. So I know that we've got a channel bundle in this area coming in on 39. So I'm going to scroll down, select 39, and we'll see that the various readings become populated. So when we look at the menu system here, we've got various different readings, some of which will be more important probably than others. We've got our carrier noise, we've got our MER and VBER, which are quality readings. We have our signal level down here at the bottom. We have got a smiley face, that indicates that we've got a lock on a channel. All right. Below that, as I said, we've got our signal level, and below that as well there's a bit more information about what the on the transport stream itself. So this particular channel bundle is Dvb T. Obviously if it was a T2 it would show T2. We can see our modulation, in this case is 64 QAM, and our FEC is coming in at 3/4. So towards the right hand side we have got some more settings. So we've got a scan button, we've got our power options, so we've got the ability to add power. So whether it's 5 or 12 volts, and there's an attenuation slider there which we can use to adjust the level if we want to. Once we've got the channels in that we want, or we think we've got the antenna in the correct position, we can press this search button here and it will pop up with a little pop-up window, and we can now select which options we want for the channel scan. There is another video that covers that, so check that out. That's operating the Asm02 in TV mode. So we're not going to look at that in this video. We're going to look at the other settings within the terrestrial or the Dvb T mode. So if we look at the top, there's three icons. The first one, the red one, is the spectrum analyzer. So if I click on that, that'll open up the spectrum, and it starts scanning the spectrum band immediately. So we can see where our signals are coming in within the band. So if you pick up the bar in the middle with your finger, you can actually slide it up and down like this. So if you roughly know where you're aiming for a particular frequency, I know we've got a mux on 618, so I'm going to scroll it across to there. It pops up with some options in the middle, and then I select 618, and now I know I'm on a multiplex, and actually at the top it confirms I've got 71 dB microvolts coming in on that multiplex. So the options within spectrum mode are down the bottom, so you can see we've got a series of red and white buttons. The left hand side is the range, so when we click on that we can increase or decrease how much of the band we're seeing in the window. In the middle, again, are the powering options, so it's just the same as you saw on the other page, but we can add the power if we're powering a masthead amp at this point by just clicking on one of these buttons. And we can actually pause, so in the right hand corner you'll see we can stop the scan, and that will do like a freeze frame if you like. So we go back from spectrum mode. There's two more menus to show you when it's in Dvb T. The next icon along the top is the constellation mode. So that will just show you the signal coming in a constellation. So what we need to see, or what we want to see in this menu, is the little dots as close together as possible. And depending on the modulation will depend on how many groups of dots you see. There's a bit more information here, again with the carrier noise and the MER readings, so displayed there for you to see when you're in the constellation mode. And finally, in terrestrial mode, we've got this last icon here, the blue one at the top, and that takes us to our data log mode. So again, there's a whole video on data logging and about extracting the data and saving it onto a memory stick and then using that data afterwards. So, but this is where you would access it. Straight away you can see it's scanning all the channels that are set here, and by clicking on this little green settings icon at the top, you have the ability to change and adjust which frequencies you're going to scan. So that will be covered in full in the other video, but you can see it's quite nice. It shows your channel number and the frequency at the same time. Alright, so that's operation in Dvb T stroke T2. Don't forget there's a whole host of other videos in this series on our YouTube channel, and as always there's more information on our website, which is antiference.co.uk.